All right, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna give you kettlebell mobility exercises you can do before you start training. Let's get into it. All right, now before we start, I have to make sure that you knew that we have a brand new program. Yes, I finally did it. It's a kettlebell only program, an 8-week condensed conjugate program specifically designed for kettlebells to get you stronger, more powerful, and increase your endurance. So if you wanna check it out, check out Combat Kettlebell, link is in the description now. All right, guys, so one that we're gonna do is gonna hit everything. It's gonna hit the ankles, and it's also gonna hit the hips, and it's gonna maintain your posture. So all you're gonna do is take a kettlebell, put it in the front rack position, get in a squat stance, then from there, you're gonna drop down into that low squat position. Now, some of you guys may not be able to keep your heels on the ground, that's fine. Grab a plate and prop your heels up. You wanna just maintain that pressure, 3 points of contact. From there, you're gonna drop down as low as you can, and then you're gonna shift your weight from side to side, driving your knee over your toe slightly, gaining more range in dorsiflexion, so ankle flexion, and then you're gonna keep your chest upright. Now you can rock back and forth or side to side. You wanna do 10 repetitions, or you can just stay in this position for about 30 to 60 seconds. You do that 2 times through just to get the range, activate some muscles in the upper back, and then also let's allow yourself to feel comfortable in this low position. All right, so the next one, we're gonna get into combat stance, and this is gonna really drive that ankle dorsiflexion, right? So if you have stiff ankles, this will help. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit down on your heel here. For my jiu-jitsu practitioners, obviously you know what this is, right? This is when you're getting into someone's guard or just maintaining a base position. So we call it combat stance. And what you're gonna do with the kettlebell is use the load to drive more range. So I'm gonna take the kettlebell, place it on the knee or above the knee, right on the quad, and then you're just gonna sit and drive forward. Now, make sure when you drive forward, you don't collapse the foot. So we're gonna maintain a good position, supination of the foot, and then you'll drive in. You'll get a slight bit of pronation, which is fine because you are going into a knee over the toe situation, but you don't wanna collapse the knee. So there's no valgus here. We're trying to track the knee over the big toe and keep that position locked in place. So the heel doesn't come off, right? And then the knee doesn't valgus, the foot doesn't totally collapse, all right? So you're gonna hold this position again, 30 to 60 seconds on each side, 2 times through. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is a hip shift. And this is different from the hip shift I've shown in the past. What this is gonna do is allow for the hips to open up. So if you have problems with external rotation, if you have problems trying to get into like a sumo deadlift or a wide stance box squat, this is gonna help you get into those ranges. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one knee, put it down, externally rotate. So I'm gonna drive the bottom of the heel inside, take my other leg and turn it out, right? From there, I'm gonna take the kettlebell to create that balance point, and it's also gonna give me more weight to shift side to side. When I go to shift, you're gonna drive your knee out to the back and engage the glute. Chest is up, you shift to the side, hold position, opening up your hips, and then rocking back through, squeezing your glute on the other side. So that's how you shift. One side, you're gonna open up the adductor, squeeze the glute. Side to side, you can do this for about 10 repetitions, nice and controlled. This isn't fast, it doesn't have to be super heavy weight. This is only a 25-pound kettlebell. So the goal is to make sure that you're gaining that external rotation of the hips. Again, you can do 2 sets, 10 reps each side. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of exercises for the upper thoracic and the shoulder to gain more range of motion. Whether you're throwing strikes, right, whether you're lifting, whether you're running, you need to have optimal range of motion in your T-spine. So what we're gonna do first, you've probably seen it before, we're gonna go ahead and do a Kettlebell Halo. Now, where I'm gonna go ahead and place my body is going to be indicative to what we're trying to accomplish, because we want to disassociate everything from the T-spine up when we're going and rotating around the head. So the goal for us is to make sure we're maintaining a solid position, right? So now I'm gonna sit my butt on the ground so my hips don't move, right? And I don't wanna move my head around the kettlebell. I want the kettlebell to move around my head. So you can go ahead, go wide so you have some balance, but you're gonna maintain your posture. You're gonna take the kettlebell, right? We're gonna go bottoms up on the kettlebell here. From here, elbows at a 90, you're lifting, we're gonna bring it all the way around, big stretch. Hold that stretch for a second or two, bring it around the head again, and then finish in front. We switch to the other side, big stretch, open up, elbows in tight, get the stretch on the triceps and the lats, bring it around, and then back through, all right? So notice, not moving my torso, right? My hips are down, so I can't move my hips. And I'm making sure that I'm keeping a tight brace as I rotate around my head. For this, you can go 5 to 10 repetitions each side, 2 sets through. Make sure you're maintaining a full range of motion and work on the stretch, right? This isn't an exercise for strengthening or hypertrophy. This is primarily just to open up the shoulder and then get some activation of the muscle to allow you to do work ahead. All right, so the last one we're gonna do is a kettlebell arm bar to open up the T-spine and then also work on some shoulder stability too as well. But I'm also gonna add in a press. So I'm gonna press and bring my elbow down behind my back almost. And what I'm doing is I'm activating the lats. Then from there, I'm gonna press up, get a couple of circles, right, forward and back, and then rotate back around. So there's a couple of sequences here that you're gonna be doing as you go through the movement. The main thing is to make sure you're maintaining stability. Don't let that kettlebell go too crazy. You wanna make sure that you have control of the kettlebell. We're gonna go bottoms down on this one, but you can go bottoms up, right? If you wanna increase the irradiation or the tightness in your body by gripping down on the kettlebell handle. When you're first starting out, just go bottoms down, all right? Now, when you go to rotate over the body, make sure that you're getting full range, and we're trying to get as much range of motion as we drive our hips into the ground. And you'll see what I mean by this in a minute, all right? So first thing we're gonna do, take it over to the side, right? You don't have to go heavy with this. Again, for mobility, the goal is to get range of motion and just to get the body prepared for the work ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my watch off, cradle it. Then from there, I'm gonna straighten this leg out. I'm gonna punch up, right? This arm here is gonna go behind and up top of my head here. So I'm gonna get a full stretch. Then from there, I'm gonna rotate and lift. So I'm lifting with my obliques here and shifting my weight forward. As I drive my hip down, I'm gonna take this hand and I'm gonna keep working it back as far as I can. Keep working it back, keep working it back. And then I'm gonna drive my hip down as far as I can while maintaining a solid vision on the kettlebell itself. So I'm keeping an eye on the kettlebell. Then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my elbow back, get a stretch, and then punch it up. Elbow back, punch up. Back, again, this is why we don't go super heavy with this, but we're maintaining, we're trying to get more range of motion. Now from there, you're gonna go small circles, staying tight. You can go 3 to 5 small circles, forward and back. Then from there, replace, reverse, and that's gonna be 1. Keep it up, and then go back again. Lift, rotate, hip down, keep stretching, keep finding it, hold position. Don't let your shoulder roll forward like this. Keep your lat engaged and keep your shoulder away from your ear as much as possible. Then from there, you're gonna drive your shoulder blade down, engage the lat, and then punch straight up. Punch. Punch. 3 to 5 circles. Back around. When it comes to sets on that one, with the entire sequence, you can do 2 to 3 of those flows. Remember, 3 to 5 presses and 3 to 5 circles forward and backwards. That's gonna be 1 rep. So 2 to 3 reps, and then you're done. Switch sides, knock it out. All right guys, so there it is. I gave you 5 mobility exercises that you can do with one particular kettlebell. It doesn't have to be heavy. It just has to make sense for what you're trying to accomplish, which is gaining range of motion and active end range control. So if you want to find out more details on how you can use these in a particular program, check out my brand new program, Combat Kettlebell, now available. Link is in the description. Get it now. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like button if you like this video. Show me some love, and I'll see you again next time. Peace. All right guys, thanks for watching the video. Battle Tested, my post-workout recovery training supplement, is now available. Link is in the description. Again, this is all the formulations that I put together in one bottle to make you recover so that you can train harder and progress going further. All right, check it out. Link is down below.